I love playing villains. It's again something you don't get to just say things like, "Don't worry, I'll kill everyone." Like that's just not a thing you can say in normal life and not get arrested or at least put on a watch list. So
I mean, you can, but there are consequences.
There are consequences.
Hey, here we are at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 with the voice cast of One Piece. And remember, the only place that you can catch all episodes of One Piece is Crunchyroll, with new episodes coming out on September 17th. Gentlemen, introduce yourself and, well, at least a couple of the characters that you play in the wide, wide world of One Piece to the audience.
I'm Kent Williams, and I'm the English voice for Captain Kuro, Clover, Shura, and now...
Dun dun dun!
Dun, 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 Dr. Vega Punk. Woo! Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob McCollum, and I am the voice of Chaga and Kagura, but most importantly, Don Quixote del Flamingo, the King of Dressrosa, Warlord of the Seven Seas, and the most important character in One Piece.
Okay. Oh, come
Fact.
on now.
Hashtag facts.
I think I got you on that one. I'm Chris Rager. I played the English dub voice of Arlong. Eventually, I got the English voice, the Brindo and Cappuccino. If you remember those guys, they were twins, and Luffy stole their dad's flag. Anyway, then of course Blackbeard. That's right, Blackbeard himself. Way cooler than Don Flamingo over there.
All of you have voiced various villains in the One Piece world, and I have to say, like, One Piece is always known for its energy and personality. How is it kind of like, embracing your bad side and getting to be just these really colorful, flamboyant villains in One Piece?
Oh my gosh, I'm a mild-mannered guy. I was a former school teacher, so I mean, it's like, this is the kind of stuff that happens in the teacher's lounge, all that really, it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. You get to explore parts of yourself that you can't express to your children necessarily, or friends and family, but yeah, it's a super treat as an actor.
In short, these pirates are coming, and you will leave your fortune to me and die.
Yeah, I love the fact that he has no sympathy, no regret, just fully committed to being an agent of chaos and being evil, and loves it. That's why he laughs so much. He loves his job of being evil and terrible. And, if you love your work, you never work a day in your life. That's what they say. So he just laughs his way through. So, yeah, it's great. I love playing villains. It's again, something you don't get to just say things like, "Don't worry, I'll kill everyone." Like, that's just not a thing you can say in normal life and not get arrested or at least put on a watch list. So
I mean, you can, but there are consequences.
There are consequences. So yeah, it just getting to be pure evil is kind of a rare joy as an actor to get to do that. So
well,
I
just
love
the
it.
therapeutic qualities of being able to play a villain, to be sort of unhinged or really angry, upset, and irritated with things. You kind of get that out in the moment, and so you don't have to carry that with you later on throughout the day.
That's cleansing.
Again, what Kent was saying, family, loved ones, everyone else, they don't know that you have this darker side to you. You don't have to expose it to them as often, maybe.
Like you guys are saying, you voiced an ensemble of characters throughout the show. Like, how is it finding the different nuances between, say, Arlong or Butchie or Blackbeard, between all these different characters and just being like, okay, we're going to go in today and this is going to be a Butchie day or whatever?
Well, Butchie was, I didn't have to do a whole lot for Butchie, I remember. But yeah, he wore this sort of mask thing, and so I gave him, in my voice, I tried to give him cat-like qualities. I don't know why, but it just sort of happened that way. What was the question?
It's funny, when you're playing different characters on the same show, and you've done it for multiple shows before, but in One Piece in particular, where everybody's larger than life, like, how is it finding those different nuances? Like, okay, we're going to go in the booth, and today is going to be like a Blackbeard day, or, today's...
Well, I mean, you have to find some truth there, and it's okay to, get over the top a little bit, as long as you have a little basis in truth and who these characters are and what they're struggling with in these moments in the show. So that's sort of where I started.
Well, and also most of the time there are months or years or several years in between the different characters or the different arcs. So there's long periods of time. So a lot of time it comes down to the director to dial you back in on this new character, or where you were because you hadn't voiced this character in 5 years and suddenly they've come back, to bring you back into the universe, make sure you understand. They'll play you a reference line of what you did before. So it is sometimes just as hard to revisit a character as it is to do a new character because it's been so long in between. Although in Kent's case, sometimes you get to have conversations with yourself as an existing character.
Well, let's talk about that new character because, Vega Punk is something that he's a figure that has hovered over the One Piece world for a while. And, Crunchyroll audiences are going to get to hear him with the new batch of episodes coming this September. How did you want to approach creating the voice for Vega Punk?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, there was, of course, the original audition. This is the thing, it's like, I want this so badly. And it was a good, 3.5 weeks, I guess, before I got any word. And usually it's a couple of days because, you want to get that actor in the studio. So when I got the news, it was the director at Crunchyroll coming out of the ladies' room, and she was, and she said, and she announced it very loudly to me, and I teared up. I was so excited. I thought, oh, this is over, done. It's meaningful and the most challenging role. Like I've referred to it as the mouth Olympics. He takes me high, he takes me low. It's like almost all the characters I've ever voiced, just kind of wrapped up in one.
So it's like a vocal triathlon, and you're going for the goal.
Yes, going for the goal, going for the One Piece.
Yeah, it's the Olympic. We tie into that too. But one of the things I find fascinating about One Piece, this is the 25th anniversary of the anime series, and you're seeing it's become a generational show. And, I've been going to Comic-Con for 9 years now, and there's always so many Luffys. There's so many Straw Hat Pirates. How is it getting to, see the fans at shows worldwide like this and kind of what are some of the constants and what are some of the things you notice with the new generations of fans as they start to come up and attend stuff like Comic-Con and Anime Expo?
Well, it's amazing just that it seems to be growing so fast. As other shows just in the world of any kind, they decline and they shrink over the years. That's just the natural life cycle of anything, except for One Piece, which has just gone up. And now I feel like at its 25th year, that is not we're trying to get some momentum behind this thing everyone forgot about. It's more popular now than it's ever been. It's bigger now. You see more people coming out. And again, like you said, generational. And I always ask people that come up to my table, I'm like, okay, who was the gateway? Did mom get the son in, or did the son get the mom in? And it works both ways. Oh no, these parents have been fans for 20 years and they got their kids into it, or their kids got into it and got their parents last week and have just started it. It goes both directions, but it's amazing that something that has been around this long, has now become such an institution, is still growing, is still increasing in its popularity.
There's something about the ubiquity of it too. I mean, you see celebrities like Taika Waititi or Jamie Lee Curtis. They're just huge One Piece fans. What do you think it is about One Piece? Because you guys have been working in anime for plenty of anime titles over the years. What do you think it is that's unique about One Piece over 1,000 episodes deep that is just no, this is there's a cross-country, cross-age appeal to this?
It's everyone in. Just like Luffy inviting everybody to become, a Straw Hat crew. It's like everybody can be a member of that crew.
It's such a community. The fan base is its own family. It's almost its own crew. And so when you step into that world, you're not just oh, I'm going to be someone that found this thing. It's oh no, I'm now part of a thing that millions of people love and are addicted to. And it's like becoming part of something almost more than even other fandoms. Anime is that way a little bit in general. Stepping into the world of anime, you're oh, there's this giant universe of people that are welcoming me in, come on in. But then One Piece specifically has that kind of family connection between the fans who love it and watch it, whether they read, whether they watch. And the fact that is continuing to grow, and you're oh, I'm a part of something beyond the story. And then the story itself. The story itself is just incredible. We talked about it the other day, that it is both a huge story and a small story together. It is huge in that there are thousands of characters, thousands of episodes, all these geopolitical forces, all the different crews that you can get behind and love or hate or whatever you want. Massive, massive story, but it's also a very small and personal story about a group of people who are welcoming to outsiders of all kinds. Whatever your freak flag is, there is a place for you on this. You may not be the most powerful, you may not be the most confident, but come on in. No, you're cool. Come with us. Like that
It is
core
definitely
story.
the most welcoming of the
Yeah.
animes, I think. You know, of all other animes, sometimes communities can get a little toxic. I haven't seen that in the One Piece world. So they want to bring you in. They want more. They want more fans.
It's all about that found family.
Yes.
Again, if you want in on that family, the only place you can stream all episodes of One Piece is on Crunchyroll. And keep in mind, new episodes coming September 17th. Gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Sir.